Happy New Year's Eve, friends, and I hope your New Year's Eve goes well or has went well if it's past New Year's Eve. And I got an InBody test today as well as blood work. So this video is going to cover how I've ended the year. I didn't do one at the end of last year or at the beginning of this year to see where I was at to start the year, so I can't say that I am better than I was. Not exactly. So I'll probably go over some plans, because if you are starting on a journey of some sort, any kind of a journey, whether it's physical or relationship or whatever it is, you need to know where you're at. And I found out where I'm at and everything. So one thing for sure, gotta lift weights and eat better. Never get your blood work done, by the way, after holiday events or any kind of activities that involve foods that you don't normally eat. You know, because I had my daughter's wedding, then Thanksgiving, right afterwards, then my birthday, and then Christmas. So I was losing weight consistently, you know, getting back on track before everything happened, all these events, and then they threw me off. You know, I'm not a moderator. I have to totally abstain and everything. So we're going to go over this, and let me show you what I just got at the store. It's not a major haul, but everything is in walking distance of where I need to be at. My doctor's office, my job, the gym are all in walking distance. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Go on Instagram. I post to the stories almost every day. So got me a water because I am thirsty and everything. These have been a staple in my not every day. I have these probably about once a week, if that. If I'm just feeling the need, I need something. So if you need to replace sodas, that's a good, if you're trying to get to more water. I mean, it's not perfect. The ingredients aren't perfect, but it's better than the soda you might be drinking. I went ahead and got me a rotisserie chicken here because I need the protein. Protein is essential for muscles, and the doctor did the InBody scan, said I need more muscle in my legs. He said my legs are not as strong as he would like them to be. So I'm going to get home, and then we will go over these things in the next clip. So I'll see you then. Hey, I'm back, and thank you for just being patient with me on these videos and the quality of the video. If you would like, comment on what you think the quality is of the video on your end, because it is an Android phone that I'm videoing from. So before I go over my test results, blood work, and all of that, I want to give you at least a Bible verse to start your New Year's off with and everything. And we'll cover, this and just plans, things I hope that I will accomplish with God's help, right? Because we need to start everything off with God ultimately. But it says here, let's see what today's devotion. This is from the Word for You Today. By the way, if you want to request copies, they send one every 3 months to me. And that's what it looks like. And the information is, it says here, it's from the Word for You Today. Here, I'll just let you see it that way. Maybe you can look at the address there if you want to, or email, and you can request your own copy if you need one. They're simple, quick, nothing too extravagant, but I'm not going to read the whole thing because I know you're eager to find out about this, right? All right. So this, the title of today's devotion is on group guidance, right? Because it says in Acts 13:2, the Holy Spirit said, "Set apart for me Barnabas and Saul for the work which I have called them." We're all set apart to do a job. I've been getting those messages from the Lord on the inside for quite a long time. And honestly, I've procrastinated on doing what He's called me to do. I've tried to dip my feet into the water, so to speak, and kind of wade into that area slowly. And it's kind of nervous. It makes you nervous a little bit going where you're not your natural state of. We all seek comfort. Like one pastor preached, we worship comfort. Our comfort, what makes us comfortable. And we need to get a little bit uncomfortable to grow, right? It's like lifting weights. It's uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable going in for my blood work results and hearing what the doctor had to say. So it's always uncomfortable going to the doctor, but you need to find out where you're at, a starting point. Okay, so talking about a group of believers meeting together to fast and pray and worship, right? And so let's see here. Let me just read it. Is that okay with you guys if I just read it? You could fast forward through this if you prefer and get on to the blood work if that's what you prefer. You can click up in the corner, whichever corner it is, settings, and you can click the playback speed as faster so you could speed through it, right? A group of believers met together, dedicated significant time to pray, fast, and worship. And as a result, the Holy Spirit said, "Set apart for me Barnabas and Saul for the work to which I have called them." How did they know the Spirit told them this? The passage doesn't say. It may have been a dramatic moment, or it may be that later, looking back, they recognized that the Spirit had guided them. But what is certain is that they received guidance from God together. That's the key word, together. When it comes to guidance, one of the mistakes we make is called narrow framing. We miss the whole range of options God has before us because of our limited thinking. A Christian author explains, we ask things like, should I end this relationship or not? Instead of, how might I make this relationship better? Or, should I buy that or not? Rather than, what's the best way to use this money? On our own, we tend to suffer from confirmation bias. We seek out information that confirms what it is we already want rather than, let me start that over because I get stuck sometimes and I have to reread something. Okay, confirmation bias. We seek out information that confirms what it is we already want rather than looking for the unvarnished truth. People watch cable channels that reinforce their political biases. We pretend we want the truth, but what we really want is the reassurance of the positions we already have staked out. Isaiah told about people who say to the seers, "Do not see," and to the prophets, "Do not prophesy to us what is right. Speak to us smooth things. Prophesy illusions." Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. In seeking guidance, operate according to how, the HOW principle. In other words, honest, open, and willing. So if God is directing us in a different position, in a different direction than what we want, we're seeking out comfort. We're seeking out answers to fit what we want, right? That's the way all people are. That's the way whole society is. We look for people to confirm what we already want and what we want to know, what we believe is true, instead of letting God change our opinions. We're stuck on holding on to those ideas and opinions that we've had for years, and we're like, we're not changing for anything. And that's the way all of people. That's really a good message for me. You know, I really needed that. I really need that. So let's go into the blood work. Okay. So I'm back again. I had to step away to delete a bunch of stuff off my phone because it ran out of room for any more videoing. So I was in the midst of about to tell you about the blood work, because I was like, which one talk to you about? So the blood work, the LDL cholesterol is what he was concerned about. It was higher than he would have liked. He said, he wrote down, it could be better. Could be better. My small LDL was 599, and it says it needs to be less than 527 to be in the normal range. So I just got to bring it down some. And he said exercise will help with that, as well as diet. He's not one to throw meds on you. Great doctor. A great doctor is not going to be quick to throw stuff on you, prescriptions, when he knows there's an alternative by nutrition and exercise. So that's good. HDL, he said that's a little bit low. He would like the HDL a little bit higher. My HDL was 30, and he prefers it to be over 30.5. So not much. So let's see, any other information that you're interested in. So my LPIR, insulin resistance score, if you know what that means, is 45, which is, it says needs to be less than or equal to 45. So I'm equal to 45. So that means, I guess I'm okay, but you can always improve, right? Let's go into the next blood count. All the blood counts came in. My white blood cell, red blood cell was all in normal range. My platelets, I mean, there's a whole list of stuff. I don't understand all this stuff. The hemocrite, hemoglobin, you guys probably know this stuff better than I do. I don't. So, and then the glucose. Let's go down to there. And that whole metabolic panel. Kidney function was good. Okay, so he said it was good. In his opinion, it was good. I think it could be better, in my opinion, because it does have a little flag there. It says my glucose was 112. The last time it was 98, so it was 112. It was elevated slightly. He likes it below 99. So I went over with him what I did before the blood work, the 14-hour fasting with just purified water and no electrolytes, and I didn't take any supplements for several days. I told him I cut off all supplementation and vitamins for 2 to 3 days prior to getting my blood drawn, just to make sure it's just truly me without added extra stuff. Let's see here. My bun was good. The creatinine, that one was good in the normal range. My EGFR was good. See, the sodium, this time my sodium was in the okay range. I know the last time it was low. Potassium levels were in the good range at 4.5, and the range was 3.5 to 5.2 for that was potassium. Chloride, good. Carbon dioxide total, I was good. Calcium was 9.1, and the range is 8.7 to 10.2. I don't know how thorough your doctor is on checking these things. I have to pay out of pocket, by the way. This particular doctor doesn't take insurance for a lot of things, so. And this is fine. I don't have insurance anyway, except for the Lord, you know. I got hair or something on my lips. Sorry. All right. let's continue. Protein, total protein in my blood was 6.9, which was good, in the good range. I'm not going to say everything. Okay, let me go ahead and skip down. B12 folate. B12 was 1,013, which the range is a big range, 232 to 1245. So I was in the normal range, upper level of the normal. Folate, I was 19.6, so that was good. The level needs to be above 3. So that's great. That's great. And I don't take added B12 supplementation. I eat eggs, I eat beef, and then whatever B12 folate is in a multivitamin normally. So thyroid function, he tested the TSH, and that came to be 2.74, and that's normal according to the reference range. The reference range is quite large in my opinion. It says 0.45 to 4.5 is the normal range. A vitamin D level, the vitamin D 25 hydroxy came to 51.4 nanograms per milliliter, which was good, and everything. He likes you to be at least 50 for your immune system and this time of year. So it highly, if you can't get any other blood test done, get your vitamin D level, the right one, the vitamin D3. Okay, and just other stuff here. LabCorp triglyceride information here. Triglycerides were 135, so triglycerides were good. It was below 150. HDL came to be, is this correct? Is this, what date is this for? Yes. The HDL-C is in the desirable range. It was 50, and it needed to be above a 40. So yeah, according to LabCorp, I was good on those. Okay, it was just a small particle when I was elevated, not the other one. So my score was in the 50 percentile. So let's go on to is this what you've been waiting on the InBody scan? It's not a DEXA scan, which I hear DEXA scan is more accurate. So let me see, can I cover up any of this information and then show you? Because last time I had this checked was September 2021. Not good this time. Last time I was pretty good. I was lighter. I wasn't as heavy as I am now, and everything. So his concern was for that the legs need more muscle to them. You know, you figure walking would do it, but apparently walking is not going to do the trick for building muscle. It's going to help some, but if you really want to get stronger, you got to do some squats, stuff like that. And I'll talk about other things he mentioned that I need to probably do. My height and weight. I'm going to post somewhere in this video progress pictures too. Because, you know, I'm hooked up with First Form. And I have a wonderful coach. And if you want his information, let me know. He's been patient with me, kind, but holds me accountable. So, I post my progress pictures weekly on First Form's app. If you want the link to the app, it's in the description below, and you could track your food, your water, your exercise, and you have an accountability person that keeps in touch with you, and progress pictures. So highly recommend. This way you know where you're at. So I have the pictures somewhere up here on the screen, along with what the results were. So I'll probably put this somewhere on the screen too, so you can see. That's what I'll do. It'll make it easier for you to see. So visceral fat is not at a good level. Let me get down to the nitty gritty. The nitty gritty of this thing. My body fat percentage. according to InBody scan, I was 38.1% body fat. Not good. That's considered obesity. Okay. That's obesity. And, you know, I mean, I think I look good even if I'm overweight, but still, I think it would help my joints out because I'm having some hip issues. If I haven't already mentioned it, this left hip is giving me a little fit. He did mention he could have referred me to get a x-ray of my hip just to be sure everything's still located in the proper place. But I told him, and he's aware of who my chiropractor is. My chiropractor does x-rays in office and very affordable. So since I pay out of pocket for everything, I'll probably just go to him, have him x-ray my hip to make sure it's still in the right place and everything. I think I've just have a lot of inflammation because over the holidays, didn't eat the best. But yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, 170 pounds. 170 pounds. So I've got to work on this. He wants my legs to be stronger. It says here, I have, let's see here. My right leg is stronger than my left leg. So I need more muscle in my left leg. So do an individual work on both. And then my right arm has more muscle than my left arm. I believe that's what that's stating. Right? That's what it looks like. Alrighty. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go, and that's what I'm going to leave that at with. But yeah, he also, for other things, because I talked to him about our water quality in our home, what we just had tested, and that we're going to get that remedied. We've got a person coming out to inspect our well and make sure that and treat it and everything, because he was concerned, because we did have our water tested, and maybe I mentioned in a previous video the things that it tested. Right? So, okay. Plans for the year. Anything else? Okay. Anything else associated with the doctor's appointment? He gave me information to a quality dental person. So I've already contacted a few dental places because I need to go to the dentist in the next year. Probably in the next 6 months, I need to go to the dentist and get the whole, because you want good health. So if there's no other time in the year to sit down and take an analysis of where you are in your body, your health, your strength, all that stuff, now's a great time. Just go ahead, get your appointment books out, make your appointment to your doctor in the next month, and hopefully they're a good quality one that's not going to throw prescriptions at you. It is nerve-wracking. My blood pressure was good. Like I said, kidneys and liver was good. A lot of things were good. I think the negatives were from such overabundance of treats and not as much strength training, because to be honest, I've been slack. I'm not going to pretend that everything's been perfect. It's not, you know. There's always something coming in, a stumbling block is going to come in your way, and there's going to be excuses. You're going to always have an excuse to sit on your butt and eat garbage. Always an excuse. I know, I'm there. I'm there with you. If you struggle, you understand. So, like I said, this was this year's planner, 2024. Now I got 2025. And I already put down that I have an appointment with the doctor in a few months. And now I know where I'm at and where I need to be. Where do I need to be? Physically in my health, I need to be lighter than I am. I need to be stronger than I am. So I'm planning on going back. When I go get the blood work done, I may hire an actual in-person trainer. Even though I can do training, I know how to work out. You know, I've done the studies. I've researched and studied fitness You know, I've done classes in fitness and how to train other people. And, but even people that train people can be out of shape and neglect their own health. You know, you've seen doctors that tell you to quit smoking and they smoke themselves. You know, doctors die of the same things that patients die of. Um, None of us are perfect, you know, so we all have setbacks. Doctors can have addictions and issues as well. Fitness trainers can have issues as well and addictions and things that happen. So, yeah, I've got to just make that determination. Do I really want this? And, or do I need to give it up? And you really need to, in my opinion, this is just me, think about, is it really something I want, or do I really need to just give up on that whole idea and be happy with where I'm at? Should I be happy with where I'm at? According to the doctor, no. He's not too happy with it. You know, he says I'm generally pretty healthy, but it could be better. Could be better. We all could be a little bit better than we are. So that's plan for the new year. Get better, right? So if my weight's 170, anything below 150 would be lovely for me. I would be content with that. And I did apply for life insurance. So he's supposed to report to the life insurance all this stuff so they could give me a quote on what rate to give me for life insurance. Because if you don't have life insurance, now's a good time to be looking at it. I don't want to wait any longer because I just turned 50. I need to go ahead and get it. Yeah, my family members live a long time, but I need to go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's wrap up that particular conversation on blood work, body fat percentage, and those things. I'm going to have to sit down and write down specific, because a SMART goal is specific, measurable. What else? What else? You guys know? S is for specific. It has to be detailed. What is it specifically you want? Measurable, it's got to have a measurement. You should be able to measure it, like on a scale or with your clothes or with how much weight you can lift. And maybe that will be the goal for me, not specifically a scale number or clothing, but how much weight can I, like bicep curls. How heavy can I do a bicep curl? That would be a good way to measure that I'm getting stronger. And let's see, measure, what is A? What is A, guys? My brain is just, oh, what is it? I'll put it here on the screen somewhere. Oh gosh, accountability? Is that right? Accountability? I don't know. And then there's R, realistic. So I can't say, oh, my goal is 100 pounds or 110 pounds, because that wouldn't be realistic to maintain 110 pounds. So, or bench pressing 200, 300 pounds. That wouldn't be realistic, right? So realistic would be 150. Realistic bicep curls, probably 20, 25 pounds at most. Let me see here. And T is time based. So you should have an end date for this. So I'm going to say, let's see where I'm at the end of January and reevaluate if I've made progress. So I'd like to see, let's see at the end of January where I'm at and reevaluate and see what's next. But we do know I need to get one day at a time. I've already done some steps. According to my thing, I have gotten in 6,278 steps so far today, Tuesday, December 31st, and it is currently 1:46 p.m. Okay? All right. Now, you've had enough of that discussion, right? So let's go ahead and talk about tonight. Tonight's New Year's Eve. A lot of times we just go to bed, call it done. Neighbors do fireworks or whatever. But you know what I want to do? I want to do something different. Now, my husband's working, and he may or may not be up to it. It's just one of those things. And I don't know if the weather is crazy and everything, if the weather, because it's on and off rainy now. It was nice a while ago when I went walking some. I'm going to, it depends on how he's feeling. There's a place out of town that has a live band, and I have not been to a, how shall I put it, rockin' place, something jamming, what would you call it? So there's a place that's got food, but they also have live music and dancing. So I'm thinking, if I do that, I'll put it in the next video. How about that? Is that good with you guys? If I do any kind of craziness. But otherwise, the plan will be probably chilling out here at the home with the dogs. Maybe light the fireplace. It was actually nice today and warm. I didn't really need any. When I left the doctor's office, I walked where I had to go because it wasn't far from foot. And I didn't even need long sleeves. So, oh gosh, is there anything else you guys are interested in? I don't know what you guys are interested in half the time. I'm just being real with you. I hope you don't mind that. Anything else? I bought a rotisserie chicken and this water, which you've already seen that. Sometimes I lose track what I'm doing. I'm not a professional YouTuber. You guys know that. I'm just posting this for future reference. Other goals I'd like to, I really, like I said, I feel like God keeps saying, you know, you need to step out, be confident in his ability to do the work through me. And I have something to offer people. He has something to offer people, and he's wanting me to move in that direction, in his direction. Comfortable is working for an employer and doing what you're told sometimes. Comfortable is eating, you know, chocolate every day or donuts. Comfortable. But in the long term, it's not comfortable. Doing hard things, is it more comfortable to be later in life on prescription drugs or not being able to move or something like that? Or would I rather be not comfortable now and do the things that I need to do to extend healthy living? What kind of life do I want to live? But yeah, I'm thinking about working on business stuff. That's the hardest part. I'm so bad about, it's easier to promote other people's businesses than to promote my own. Or I feel kind of weird doing that. But yeah, if you need any protein powder, have it linked below. What else? And the first format linked below, the link to that. And yeah, that about wraps that up for right now. I'm going to sit here, take time, go over some goals, and talk to the Lord about it. I do enjoy being at home, just me and the dogs, and the quietness. I don't know about you guys, but me, I like a quiet home, peaceful. I can hear myself think. We're thinking about renting out a room again, so that's another topic to discuss, but not right now. If you ever decide to rent out an extra bedroom or do any business with strangers, if you post it on Facebook Marketplace, you're going to get all kinds. And a lot of times they don't even read your description. So you will have people, hundreds of people literally, comment and ask you, is it still available? Or it could be in a different language, or it could be people that just, wow, there's a lot of stuff. So I've got to sort through a lot of people and interview them to see, because I am not about to just let anybody move into my house, and you ain't living here forever. I don't mind people helping people out temporarily that need a place to stay, but no drama. I like my quietness. I don't want people just hanging out here all day, every day. Even though I do got room, as you can see. Oh, Bible study. I wanted to start another Bible study. This past year, I had a Bible study in the home with some women. That's the goal again this year, is to look at potential going out of my comfort zone, inviting women into the home, other people into the home, to study the Word of God, do something, business, spiritual, whatever, you know. So I have ran my mouth so much with you guys. I'm so glad you hear it. And honestly, when I click on the analytics of my YouTube channel, a lot of, if you've went this far in the video, thank you. You know, previous videos, it says on average, people watch my video for about 45 seconds. Do you believe that? If you watch this far, you went way beyond what the average viewer watches. 45 seconds. So if you're on here, that's amazing. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I ran my mouth already. Again, I do that. That's what I work out the most, is this jaw, right? So let's get to it and do something instead of just sitting here on YouTube all day, right? Find out where you're at so you can make realistic goals for the next year, for the next month, for the next week. And God bless you for watching this far.